What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, Gaps and Giggles, where you can see some gaps and some giggles. No, but I really don't think we realize how much these situationships have completely ruined the dating scene. I feel like a situationship, honestly, it's worse than being in a relationship. And I've never been in a relationship, but I've been in two situationships. One with a boy, one with a girl, okay? But I just feel like it was the worst. No, because honestly, most of the time, if you started off being friends with somebody and then obviously there's chemistry there's attraction, you're either going to be in a relationship with that person or your friendship is going to be done. Yeah, there's no way that you're just going to have an emotional tie with somebody, be intimate with that person, and see yourself being in a relationship with that person and then just go back to, oh, we're just friends. It just doesn't work that way, at least not for me, because I love hard, you guys. I really do. If I love you, literally. And it takes a lot, but I can get there. So if I go through all that and it's my feelings are involved, I'm thinking that it's gonna be the potential of being a relationship, because situationships, the thing about situationships, y'all, is that people don't think that they're just going to be in a situationship. A lot of the times, especially for women, we feel okay, it's gonna be a situationship right now. Maybe, we just gotta work out a few things and then we'll be together. So when that part doesn't work out, when it's okay, we're not gonna be together, then, that's when the shit gets weird. The shit gets weird, you guys. Trust me, from somebody who's been in 2 situationships, the shit gets weird. We still have this bond. I still want to call you when I'm upset. I still want to call you crying oh my God, I have the worst day. But then you have to have boundaries, because it's that's not yours. They're not yours. It just makes you feel damn, we should have never did this. And it kind of gives you that feeling that it's I'm sad that this happened. I'm sad that it got this far, because now the friendship is over. But then it's you're also happy, because it's I'm happy because we had amazing moments. We had great times. And, I wouldn't want to erase that. I'm glad it happened, but then I'm also mad it happened. I just feel the whole losing somebody that's your best friend, somebody that's you're really, really close to, due to the fact that you guys have an emotional bond, emotional chemistry, you guys have sexual chemistry or whatever it is. I just feel it honestly, it sucks. And for the longest time, I was hearing and thinking oh, you need to have self-respect. You need to, value yourself more. There's a reason you keep on being put in these situationships, where you're never in an actual relationship. You're always in some bullshit. But then at the same time, I've always wanted a relationship where we start off as friends first. I never wanted to hurry up and rush into a relationship. And I always wanted a relationship where I knew that, I love that person, I could tolerate that person, I could deal with that person. I just wanted a relationship where I already felt I knew the person. But knowing somebody as a friend and knowing somebody as a partner is 2 completely different things. Literally 2 completely different things. And I'm if I try it with a girl now instead of a guy, it'll be so much better. It'll be different. Y'all, that shit is not different. These girls and these guys, they're the pot calling the kettle black. They're literally the same thing. So that didn't help at all. Honestly, I lost 2 really, really, really good friends that I, to this day still love so much. It ruins so much, because if you don't take it there, if you don't end up being together for real, then it's almost it was a waste. But no, back on the self-respect part, I also think that it makes it a lot harder when you guys started off as friends, when you guys are in a situationship, because it's you don't want to give up on them, but then you have to give up on, what you thought you were going to have with them. So it just makes it so complicated, because it's like, I love you. I want you to be in my life forever. Like, we were supposed to be in each other's life forever. We were amazing friends. But then it's like, now that emotions are getting involved, like, I don't know if I can have you in my life forever. What am I supposed to do? Act like we're friends, and then like you have a wedding and I'm just supposed to, yay, I'm so happy for you, knowing that I wanted that to be us. Like, no. Like, I feel like once your emotions get involved, all that friendship goes out the window. And it's like, you're always going to have that bond. You're always going to have that friendship with that person. I had known these people for so long. They had such a special place in my heart that I looked so retarded to my friends, like, entertaining these people. Like, they're like, Robin, like, why are you still entertaining these people? Why are you still talking to them? They don't treat you right. They don't want the same thing as you. Why are you still around? And honestly, I had to ask myself that. But then I had to remember that, like, when I didn't have anybody, these people were there for me before, like, we decided that we were gonna, take this to another level. Like, this was my dog right here. You know what I mean? So I think it has a little bit to do with, like, attachment issues and not wanting what you guys tried to ruin the overall bond between you guys. But that's why I say, like, for the most part, if you are friends with somebody and then you start to have, those romantic feelings and it turns into a situationship, like, you have to be prepared that you probably will not have the same bond with that person that you had before. Things just change. And, like, unless you're super, super mature, which I already told you guys, I'm still growing. I'm still growing. Like, I'm not on that level. But I aspire to be one day. I really do, because I feel like it's very important to, have that level of maturity. But, like, I just can't, you guys. Like, I just can't. I just can't. But, like, for the situationships that you weren't friends with that person, you kind of just met that person and you thought that there was going to be something and they just never took it serious, I feel like, and I've never been through it, but I feel like it might just be a little bit easier to just kind of go your own way and kind of just say, like, hey, like, this wasn't what I was expecting out of this, so I'm out. Like, I'm gone. But, I don't know. Like, let me know what you guys have been through as well. But yeah, you guys, I honestly just think everything takes time. Like, if you don't know that person like that, like, you guys are not friends, like, you guys were not friends before, and you think that, like, oh, this is gonna be something, like, I feel like you should give it time, like, maybe like a few months, and kind of just see, like, have a conversation with that person. Most of the time, they will tell you what they want. Like, most of the time, people tell you what it is that they want. And it's like, oh my God, I got some hair in my eye. But no, most of the time, people will tell you what they want. We just don't listen. Like, I know, they told me eventually, like, I don't want a relationship. And I was like, well, no, you're going to change your mind. You're going to change your mind. Don't be that girl, you guys. Do not be that girl. I was that girl. Like, oh, you're saying that now, but it'll be different in the future. Just give it time. No, babes. Don't do that. Because that will destroy you. You thinking that you're the special piece of pie out of the peach cobbler. Like, please don't think that. Because if they tell you something, you need to believe them, because most of the time you're going to get your feelings hurt. Now, there are rare occasions where, people say, like, oh, I will never get married, and then they find the right person, and then they get married. On the dating scene now, I'm just like, what are they telling me? Like, what are they telling me that they want? Like, if they're telling me that oh, I don't want a relationship, then I'm just not going to talk to you, because that's something that I want. If you're telling me like, I don't see myself getting married, I don't want to get married, why would I be in a relationship with you if I want to be married? You know what I mean? Like, I'm somebody's whole wife. Like, somebody's whole wife. I'm not nobody's girlfriend. I'm not nobody's, oh, this is just my friends with benefits. Oh, no, we're in a situationship together. No, I'm somebody's wife. My nails are not done, but y'all get the point. I'm somebody's wife, and it does have to do with like self-respect. I don't know why this one is not curling, but it does have to do with self-respect. But like I said, it's not an excuse, but when you were friends with that person first, when you have such a strong emotional bond with that person, it sounds bad, but like, you just want to keep that person around. You're like, okay, well, whatever you want, whatever. And I actually was in a situation like that, like with both of them. Like, I was just wanting them to be around. So I was like, okay, you don't want a relationship? Well, then I'm going to do what you feel comfortable with. Whether that was being intimate with no title, or, you know, just acting like we're just friends after everything that we've been through. I was dealing with so much just because I wanted them to be around, but then I had to remember myself, and I had to remember that that wasn't fair to me because of how I was feeling, you know? So I just knew that that wasn't fair to me. That wasn't fair to my emotions. And you know, I might have been the reason why, like, we're in no contact. Like, I don't speak to neither of them today, but it's because, like, I had to put me first. Like, I had to realize that, like, this was hurting me. Like, pretending that we're friends when, like, I'm in love with you, that's hurting me. You know what I mean? Like, knowing that there's possibly other people that you're entertaining just like you are me, that's hurting me, and I don't deserve that. You know, so even if you do have to cut off that bond, like, you have to put yourself first. And it's very tricky because it's like, well, I still need them as a friend. But then it's like, our friendship is not going to be what it used to be anymore. The shit is going to be weird. Like, there's going to be, like, I don't want to hear about your new relationship. Like, I'm going to what? Like, I'm going to just, like, faint. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, I wish that I could be one of those girls that, you know, could just do, you know, have sex or whatever, you know, bond with somebody emotionally and, you know, do all the relationship things and then just be cool afterwards. I wish I could be that girl. But no, like, I'm a little bit possessive. Like, if we are, like, intimate and all that, like, I just feel like you're mine. And if you're in a situationship with somebody, then you can't just be like, oh, you're mine, because they're not yours. And, like, there was this quote where it was like, I'm not giving the coochie up to somebody that's not mine because I can't even act out for real. You know what I mean? And that's just so true. Like, so now, like, I'm just honestly just dealing with myself, like, just worried about myself. Now, like, I'm just into something way different. I'm kind of just, you know, focused on myself, focused on my own personal growth. I'm still young. I still have, you know, so many years to experience true love. And I feel like I'm just such a lover girl. Like, I wanted it to be like a perfect story. Like, I wanted it to be like, oh, we were friends, and then, you know, like, we got married, and I'm just that girl. Like, I'm a super lover girl. So, like, I really had to turn it down a notch, especially because, like, the people that I was investing in were not seeing that with me. Like, they did not love me like I loved them. I loved them way more. That's when I came to the realization that, like, whoever I'm gonna actually be in a relationship with is somebody that's gonna actually pursue me, who's going to tell me, like, I want you to be my girlfriend. If they don't say, I want you to be my wife, I want you to be my girlfriend, I see marriage with you, I see a life with you, I see commitment with you, then most of the time they're gonna play with you. They're gonna play in your face. They're not gonna treat you how you deserve to be treated. It might be some good intimate relations and you might still have that bond, but it's still going to feel so empty because there's no lock on it. You know what I mean? There's no lock on it. There's just, like, fluffy feelings, a lot of love, but no direction. and I can't deal with that anymore. It's still super hard. I still feel like alone a lot of the times. I'm still like, oh, I just want to talk to them or whatever. And, you know, I still have that time. Like, nobody's going to have it just super, super easy. Like, it's very hard to detach, especially when you really, really do love that person and it's not working out. You don't want the same things. It's very, very hard. Like I said, I have attachment issues. I'm working on them. But yeah, you guys. So I just know that whoever loves me is going to be committed to me. And I hope y'all feel the same way. But this is the curls. I gotta get this lace together. I'm gonna bleach the knots. I'm gonna get it right. But, you know, I just wanted to curl it today. I wanted to look cute. Bye. Love y'all.